Once upon a time, in a quirky town called Hilarityville, there stood two magnificent and imposing structures side by side, the Grand Mosque of Chuckles and the gargantuan Church of Giggles. Both buildings were not only big but also famous for their unique appeal. The Grand Mosque of Chuckles was a marvel of intricate architecture. Its minarets reached for the heavens, and its walls were adorned with the most colorful mosaics depicting funny scenes and comical characters from various tales. The Imam, known for his witty sermons, had a way of delivering deep messages with a touch of humor that left everyone in stitches. On the other hand, the gargantuan Church of Giggles was no less impressive. Its spire seemed to tickle the sky, and its stained glass windows portrayed biblical stories with a humorous twist. The charismatic pastor was renowned for incorporating puns and amusing anecdotes into his teachings, leaving his congregation in fits of laughter while still touching their hearts. As time went by, rumors began to circulate in Hilarityville about people converting from Christianity to Islam and vice versa. The townsfolk were curious about what could possibly motivate such changes, so they gathered for a town hall meeting to discuss the matter. One former Christian, who became a Muslim, stepped forward with his testimony. He claimed that the Grand Mosque of Chuckles had a charm that was hard to resist. The way the Imam infused spirituality with humor made the mosque an inviting place for introspection and soulful connection. He couldn't help but find peace and joy in this new path. Another townsman, who converted from Islam to Christianity, shared his reasons too. He revealed that the gargantuan Church of Giggles was a revelation for him. The pastor's humor, combined with profound messages, made the church feel like a warm embrace. He found a sense of belonging and solace there, which had been missing in his life before. The room was filled with curiosity, and people pondered why the humor in both places of worship had such a profound impact on those seeking spiritual fulfillment. An old sage, known for his wisdom and wit, stepped forward and explained with a twinkle in his eye. "You see, my dear friends, humor is a universal language of the heart. It transcends religious boundaries and cultural barriers. Both the mosque and the church have understood this essence and incorporated it into their teachings, making them truly inclusive and inviting spaces. People turn from Christianity to Islam and vice versa not because one is bigger or better, but because they find spiritual resonance and a sense of belonging in a place that connects with their hearts and souls. It's not about the religion but about the approach, the love, and the laughter that they experience within those walls." From that day on, the Grand Mosque of Chuckles and the gargantuan Church of Giggles became even more famous for their unique approach to spirituality. People from neighboring towns would travel far and wide to visit these remarkable places, hoping to find a dose of laughter and enlightenment. And so, the tale of these two extraordinary buildings spread like wildfire, spreading smiles, joy, and unity throughout the land of Hilarityville and beyond. For in the end, it wasn't about the differences between mosques and churches, but about the power of humor to bring people together, no matter their beliefs. And they all lived humorously ever after. Once upon a time, in the enchanting land of Harmonyville, there were two neighboring towns, Joyville and Serenityburg. Joyville was home to the Grand Mosque of Chuckles, while Serenityburg housed the gargantuan Church of Giggles. These two places of worship had always coexisted peacefully, but it wasn't until a great festival brought both towns together that they truly understood the differences and similarities between their beliefs. The Festival of Unity Day arrived, celebrating the spirit of togetherness and embracing diversity. It was a grand event where people from both towns exchanged stories, shared laughter, and reveled in each other's customs. During this festive time, the townsfolk were given a unique opportunity to visit the places of worship in the neighboring town. At first, the idea of stepping into a place of worship from a different faith was met with hesitation. There were whispers of doubts and fears, as people weren't sure what to expect. However, the spirit of unity prevailed, and slowly, curiosity won over skepticism. A group of curious Joyville residents decided to venture into the gargantuan Church of Giggles. As they stepped inside, they were awestruck by the majestic beauty of the church. The stained glass windows shimmered, depicting biblical stories with a humorous twist. Laughter echoed through the halls as the pastor delivered a heartfelt sermon sprinkled with jokes and puns. The visitors were moved by the warmth and inclusivity they experienced. Similarly, a group of Serenityburg citizens visited the Grand Mosque of Chuckles. The exquisite architecture and vibrant mosaics took their breath away. As they listened to the Imam's sermon, they were captivated by the wisdom and spirituality infused with humor. The mosque felt like a place of refuge, where their hearts found peace and joy. Challenges arose as well. There were individuals who were resistant to change, clinging to age-old prejudices and misconceptions. But as more and more people crossed the threshold of the unfamiliar, they realized that these places of worship were not as different as they once thought. Both were dedicated to spreading love, compassion, and understanding. As the festival continued, bonds were formed, and the town started to embrace each other's beliefs. Joyville residents found solace in the teachings of the Gargantuan Church of Giggles, while Serenityburg's inhabitants found inspiration in the Grand Mosque of Chuckles. The two towns became more interconnected, celebrating their unique identities while appreciating the beauty of their differences. Over the years, the Grand Mosque of Chuckles and the Gargantuan Church of Giggles became symbols of unity, drawing visitors from far and wide. People marveled at how the two beliefs had evolved and grown in their acceptance of one another. The teachings of both places of worship became more enriched, incorporating lessons from each other's traditions. The Imam and the pastor occasionally collaborated on sermons, emphasizing the universal values of love, kindness, and laughter. It was a testament to how openness and empathy can bridge gaps and foster harmony in even the most diverse communities. As the story of Harmonyville spread beyond its borders, other towns were inspired to follow suit. The Spirit of Unity Day became a global movement, and people from different faiths and cultures started to come together, appreciating and learning from one another. And so, the tale of Joyville and Serenityburg serves as a reminder that true understanding and acceptance are born from experiencing and embracing diversity. It shows that through humor and empathy, people can overcome challenges, choose harmony over discord, and create a world where all beliefs can coexist, grow, and flourish in harmony.